Jeff the Shark is here, and I know everyone's super excited about this card. Not only is it a good card, but it is by far the cutest card in Marvel Snap. Look at this chibi variant I got from Ryan Gonzalez. I couldn't believe it. It showed up in my shop. I had to buy it. It was a must purchase. It's just so cute. Jeff the Shark is one of the most anticipated cards coming out in Marvel Snap over the next little while. High Evolutionary is coming as well. Keep that in mind if you're short on tokens, because you might want to spend that 6K on High Evolutionary. So the common question I'm getting is, Alex, is Jeff worth 6K? It's hard to answer. Compared to what High Evolutionary does, maybe not. High Evolutionary is going to really activate a whole new deck archetype, where Jeff is kind of just like a really good card. I think this is going to be like one of like these really good Series 4 purchases. It's not like a game-breaking card like Darkhawk was, or Shuri. Actually, it is kind of game-breaking. It's crashing the game. I didn't mean to use that language, but Jeff is good, is what I'm going to tell you. I think it's a good card. It does exactly what it's advertised. It's like a super Nightcrawler, basically. And it's worth it. I think it's really awesome. It's a lot of fun, and it's a card that fits into a lot of different deck archetypes. So I'll leave it to you to decide what you're going to spend your tokens on. But Jeff at 6K is expensive, but he's good. He's good. He's not as good as Kitty Pryde. He's not going to be a Darkhawk or Shuri, but he is good. So let's talk about a couple decks here that I have gameplay examples of. And I'm going to showcase some more later on in the week as well. But we're going to start with Jeff the Shark. It's just what I called it. I couldn't come up with a fancier name. But this is basically a Sandman Jeff list. And we actually splashed in Leader there because Leader recently got buffed as well. And I know people are going to be interested. Is the new Leader playable? And as you can see in the gameplay examples on Twitch, yeah, no one's playing around Leader, and Leader's not horrible, specifically in a Sandman deck, though, because you're guaranteeing that they're only playing one card, although Doctor Doom can be somewhat problematic if you don't space your cards correctly. I was playing Jeff the Shark. Jeff the Shark goes great with Ebony Maw. You can play him directly on top of Ebony Maw. You can move him into the Ebony Maw location. It's great. Obviously, you can play Jeff the Shark. If you play Sandman, you can play Jeff the Shark as the second card, which is unique. It's a pretty good card because you might be in a situation where you've Electroed out Sandman, and then on the next turn, you might want to consider, I don't know why you do this, but you could like Lizard Jeff and Sunspot, but you wouldn't, no, you couldn't actually Sunspot. You could Lizard Jeff. You could play Jeff +1, even though Sandman's on the board, okay? But you'd usually just play Leader or Doom Odin or something like that. Like, that's kind of rare. I think the Ebony Maw interaction is kind of what you're using most common. And with that being said, too, it's actually good with Electro, too, because if you Electro and you have some extra mana, it'll be useful to be able to play Jeff in addition. Specifically on turn 6, you have 7 mana, which allows you to play someone like Captain Marvel and Jeff at the same time, which could be beneficial in niche conditions. So I will have gameplay examples of this here. Pretty good deck. It's a pretty good version of a Sandman list. It's forcing Jeff a little bit, but it does work really well with one of my favorites, which is Ebony Maw. Now, this is a little bit of a tilt-oriented deck. Still managed a good win rate with it. This is Jeff Cerebro. So this is a Cerebro-based deck. For those that are new to the game, I know I get a lot of new players. Cerebro allows your highest power cards to get 2 additional power. Mystique copies that. But the key note here is that as long as all the cards are the same power, well, then what's going to happen is the +2 is going to go across the board, which is exactly what you can see in the gameplay highlights. Jeff as a 3 power card that costs 2, that can move anywhere, be played anywhere. Super valuable, right? Super valuable card. A couple interactions here that I think really work well is Professor X, because you can Jeff into Professor X. So if you whiff on that and the Cerebro and Mystique aren't enough to make up for the whiff, you can play the Jeff into the Prof X lane, which is pretty damn cool. Another notable combination here is Blade and Cosmo. Cosmo can be played in front of Blade so that you don't actually destroy anything in your hand. You can also play Blade on turn 6. A key consideration as well is Valkyrie. Valkyrie is a fantastic card for these deck lists because what you can do is you can not only trade effectively with the opponent. If they have initiative, you basically wipe everyone to 3, but when you're 3, you get the Cerebro buff. And something that you can do is you can actually Cerebro Mystique, and then on the last turn, you play Cerebro and Mystique in a lane where you want to like basically Valkyrie, and then you play Wasp, and then Valkyrie, and then what happens is you give a +3 to Mystique, Cerebro, and you make Wasp a 3 as well, buffing all of them with the Cerebro Mystique buff, and you also drop their power in the lane, allowing you to win. Blade can also be played in conjunction with Valkyrie on turn 6. This takes a lot of practice. It's one of the more complex decks to play Jeff in, but it is a lot of fun and it's really rewarding. So its ability to climb to infinite easily, I'm not going to make that bold claim. Cerebro is not an easy climb, but because of course you got the Scarlet Witch location correction, stuff like that. You could even, if you have Luke Cage is a viable sub in here, especially with the Valkyrie, which just dropped down to pool 3, because it'll prevent you from getting like Scorpion or negative zoned or anything like that. You could consider taking out someone like Scarlet Witch or, even Rhino. I like Rhino more than Scarlet Witch in C3, honestly, and you could find yourself playing Luke Cage. But regardless, guys, hope you enjoy these gameplay highlights that were recorded live on Twitch TV. They were a ton of fun to record, and I would love to see you on Twitch. There's a link in the description and in the comment section down below. I would love for you to join us. Enjoy these gameplay highlights. Now, Sunspot and Ebony Maw kind of go together nicely. Sinister London's pretty good too, for the simple reason that I think we do this because with Sinister London, space is going to become a quick factor here. They just snapped, probably because they're playing Electro into Kleintar, so we wait. I think we still Sandman here. We can play a Jeff the Shark. All right. Turn 6, we play Cap Marvel, and Jeff. There is sand everywhere.
That was embarrassing.
Bruh. Seriously? We're back to this now? This is what we're doing again? I can't believe it. I just can't believe it that we're back. We're back to this. That this is what we're doing again. That these are the choices we're making.
Victory.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty then.
Okay, we got good cards here. I like this. I like this a lot. We're gonna go Sentinel into the vault here. So I think this particular game, we're gonna play Cerebro Mystique earlier than usual. We've traditionally been playing them a little later. We're gonna play them earlier on. Now Jeff can go into the vault. We gotta play into Fist Tower because I don't want no shenanigans. And Agent 13 Angel. Oh, that's a great variant for Agent 13. I like it. That's a great one. Luca Claretti. Oh, Luca's always dropping like just unreal variants, by the way. Absolutely fire variants. We're not going to have initiative here, which is a little unfortunate because Cosmo would love initiative on Avengers Compound. Congrats on Infinite, DF. Congrats on Infinite. The snap would indicate a potential for Enchantress, in my opinion. So it can feel a little risky to play the Mystique onto the location like this. With the amount of Patriot we're seeing, Enchantress is extremely common. Yeah.
Enchantress.
Yeah. So playing the Mystique right on top was an unnecessary risk there.
Clear for takeoff.
It doesn't mean we can't Valkyrie that location later, by the way. We do guarantee a win here for what it's worth. We can play there. But we Wasp Valkyrie here. But we have no buff. We have no buff. Without the Cerebro buff, we just tie. They will have initiative. Cosmo, Jeff. I think there's a winning line here. They played their own Cosmo. So we're up by 6. They're up by 3. We forcibly tie this location. I think we win here. I think it's Wasp. It's Valkyrie. Blade would have been perfect here.
In range.
I think Jeff goes right. He has initiative. He goes mid. It's leader. Weird. We actually just won that game. Wow.
Victory.
Wow. That is incredible. That's incredible. This dude was absolutely high if he thought that leader was the correct play there. I think leader was a horrible play there. Into a full location like that? Being able to move Jeff, the Valkyrie play was just too much. We're going to skip this turn. We only play Blade in conjunction with Cosmo. We're on turn 6 or whatever. I'm willing to go Sentinel right. Armor doesn't bother me. Okay, well, that's getting dismantled.
Opponent snapped.
They're snapping, are they? Rhino coming in clutch. We're getting hit with Sandman here. Wasp. Blade. Cerebro. Our win condition is Valkyrie. Valkyrie left lane. This should be Sandman. It's Doc Ock. Not what I expected. Are we getting hit with Galactus or what? We do have Cosmo. And turn initiative. We do have Cosmo and turn initiative. That's a big top deck. Get wrecked! Oh, we got Ant-Man, do we? If this person's running all pixels, I'll be so impressed. Come on, draw Electro. Draw Electro. Come on. It's sad. It's sad, but you know what? It's okay. Machine World's awkward, but I don't think we give him Jeff. I think we play the Ebony Maw now. Jeff gives us that extra confidence with that Ebony Maw, right? I think I've said that 100 times tonight already. But Jeff, we just play in there. It doesn't matter. Okay, Titan's pretty good for us. And again, it's just Jeff, Ebony Maw location. All right. And now it's just... We do nothing? Come on, man. What's this draw? I should almost snap on this fool. What is this? Oh, it's Wong. We're Wong gaming. Well, I guess I'll leader. And then Odin leader? I just took his Luke Cage. Oh, God, I took his Luke Cage. Whatever combo you're trying, but I ain't buying anymore. Oh, my God. That is funny. Bruh. Yeah, let's go! Got cloning vats. I'm going to Ebony Maw on the right side here. Jeff gives me a little more confidence with Ebony Maw. I think that's important to note. Baxter Building's good for Ebony Maw too. Like we can play him right there. We won't though. Oh, I mean I could just cloning vats Jeff the Shark. That's pretty fun. I like that. Good old cloning vats. We got Daredevil gameplay. Oh man, that's a good variant. I like it. Very nice variant. Do we continue playing Jeff here? We could wave leader for the memes. Yeah, let's wave. Kind of want to... we wave. Wave? Yeah, we wave over here, though. Mr. Fantastic. Yo, we're going to drop this leader. We're going for it. I think we drop leader over here, though. And I think I move Jeff. I don't need to move Jeff yet. No, we move him back. We don't need to move Jeff yet. Oh, yeah. Getting that Magento value. You love to see it. Let's go. It's a free Magento. I think we do this for now. Double Jeff Ferruni. Because even if he tries to, like, Prof X, it don't mean nothing. No, what makes more sense is to actually Jeff Ferruni here, get the +2s. I'm going to snap on this fool. We're going to snap on him. Jeff is tilting him for sure. Jeff getting that Stark Tower value under the Ebony Maw is going to be so tilting. And I am holding an additional leader. I don't even have to Odin, but Odining the existing leader technically puts additional power on the board. I love snapping on a guy who just played Daredevil. Like, how tilting is that, man? Like, he plays Daredevil and I'm snapping on him. Like, that's how confident I am in the game state. These Jeff the Sharks, though, such a heavy-handed nerf to control. Like, it's going to get +2. Like, what's he do here, right? I drop the wave. Storms Baxter building. All right. Plays his own Jeff.
All systems
Bruh.
go.
There's Jeffs everywhere here, but you, unless I'm inebriated, I don't see what he's gonna do here. I just don't see it. Yeah, dude, you lost.
Victory.
Why go through that last turn if that's your play and then immediately retreat? I don't understand. But Jeff gave us value there. Maybe he didn't appreciate that Jeff was going to move again with Stark Tower. I don't know. That's like, if you're going to retreat then, just retreat before. But thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. I'm willing to go Maria Hill here. Let's see what we get as a 1-drop. Give me some, even if it's Hawkeye. Lol, Bast, actually not bad. We actually cut Bast out of this deck. So Bast is low-key good? I think we just Rhino. It's unfortunate. Hitting the Sentinel is pretty rough. Cosmo Blade. White Queen pulls Valkyrie. Bast into the turn 6 Cerebro Mystique makes a lot of sense now. Then we go left here. Grand Central kind of feels bad here. Yeah, this is a great variant. Because Bast is pretty good for us. Cerebro Mystique both being 3s is pretty wild. I respect the Mr. Fantastic play, honestly. Okay, Sentinel's a good pull there. Arrow's pretty strong as well, naturally. All right, we go. This is a clean win, yeah. Nice. That Bast pull from Maria Hill was absolutely unbelievable. Bast pulling Maria Hill. Now, my thought going mid, by the way, was to hopefully, you could still win mid, right? Like, if I put Mystique mid, we still win. We would have won 3 lanes, right? So going both left is still fine. It's just crazy how much power Cerebro does put up. That's why I like that Cerebro Mystique turn 6 play. Valkyrie's so good too. Valkyrie Wasp. We never pulled Jeff here, but you can see how Cerebro, when the locations are a complete disaster, are pretty solid. Yeah, it was Maria Hill that pulled Bast, believe it or not, which is crazy.